Maintaining mobility is really about maintaining our independence.
No gym, no complicated routines, just simple moves woven into your day.
Here's the thing. Mobility isn't about being all bendy like a gymnast.
It's about independence, being able to get up, move with ease, and not have to rely on anyone else.
So we've got 6 moves for you that you can just incorporate into your everyday life. They're not exercises, they're basically just moves to keep your body young.
The first one is about using your kitchen as a gym. It's the top shelf, bottom shelf reach.
So you put all the things you use often at the top or at the bottom so that it's not easy to get at. So you're stretching to get or you're squatting to get.
And then when you do get those things, you're doing it mindfully. You're squatting and you're making sure that your back is nice and as straight as possible. You're not just hunching over or anything.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's using your kitchen as a gym.
Yes, and if it's at the top, both your feet are planted correctly and you think about stretching your spine up and having your elbows straight, maybe if you can, biceps to the ears, all those kind of amazing things.
Yeah.
Next up is the tidy lunge or squat. So you will pick up anything off the floor in a squat or a lunge position, and that it could be laundry, it could be shoes that you have to put away, recycling that's got to go into the bin.
Yeah, shopping, whatever. Instead of bending over and engaging your lower back, you're either going to squat and engage your glutes and get your hips more mobile and work your quads, or you're going to go into a lunge and work your body that way.
Yeah. Anything to avoid putting pressure on areas of your body that you shouldn't.
Yes, like your lower back, for example.
Yes, exactly.
The next move that we have for you is called the sit to stand drill. If possible, you need to stand and sit using your legs and don't use your hands at all. You know, maybe in the beginning you might have to, but the idea is to get to a point where you are not using your hands at all. So say, for instance, you're sitting in your chair watching TV and you decide to get up for some snacks. Then you get up using the power of your legs. You don't use your hands. When you come back with your snacks, you sit down holding.
You have to hold your snacks so you don't have your hands anyway. But the idea here is whenever you need to get up, you get up and then you sit down again and stand up so that you do that more than before.
Yeah, I think we've spoken about her before, but there was a video that we watched, which we'll link for you, who was one of the DDPY success stories. And she realized one day that she was aging too fast because she couldn't get off the toilet without using her hands, which is kind of crazy. So these are ways of knowing how well you're aging, really, I think.
Or what things you need to address in your aging body.
Yeah, because I mean the glutes and the quads they're big muscles. You need to make them work. There's really no reason to have to push yourself up with your hands.
Yeah, and these are also the muscles that will help you prevent falling. Because if you trip or stumble, they engage and they keep you stable. If they're weak, there's a good chance you'll fall.
You'll be A over K.
And with that, we'll move on to the next point. So move number 4 is one of our favorite ones, and we do it all the time when we're shopping. It's called queue balancing. So when you're standing in a queue, and it doesn't have to be when you're shopping, it could be when you're doing paperwork for your car or whatever, something, you stand on one leg. And as soon as the queue moves, you stand on the other leg. Yes. I think we've mentioned this before.
We have mentioned it before, and viewers have actually responded to say that they've done it as well. It's really, really a great way to practice balancing when you're not doing anything else.
Yeah, you're just standing around, and even better if you're holding a shopping basket. And if you're struggling with balance, the one thing to remember is to find a point that isn't moving. So if there's a snack aisle, choose your favorite snack and make sure it's not moving. And just keep your eye on it while you're balancing, because then your body knows where to position itself in space.
And if somebody reaches for that snack,
then you clap them in the back of the head.
klap is your Afrikaans word for the week, which means dish.
Slap. But if you do it in Afrikaans, it's a harder.
Yeah.
It's much harder.
Then it's a klap.
Clap.
Our next move is doing heel raises while you brush your teeth. And there are a number of reasons why exercising your calves and ankles are a good idea.
Yeah, so I mean, the obvious ones is that it strengthens your feet and your ankles and all the muscles around that area to help with fall prevention again. And then another one, which we'll have to look into for you and give you more info in the description, but apparently it also helps the circulation and your blood flow in the lower half of your body if you do that.
So, and it's stretching your foot as well, which is also really important as you age. The feet and toes can get quite stiff, and it's another way, like that's why people end up falling, because the feet aren't what they used to be. So this helps you stretch everything out. And again, you're just standing there for a few minutes brushing your teeth. And if you're someone who also brushes your hair, then...
Oh yes, good point. Okay, on to the next.
We've got one more point for you.
So sit on the floor every day. Not all day if you don't want to, but make it a mission to sit on the floor, maybe for some kind of activity that you do every day. Maybe it's when you eat breakfast, maybe it's when you're reading or something like that.
It'd probably be interesting to know how many adults actually get to the floor during the day. I think the older you get, the less inclined you are to come down to this level.
Yeah.
And like there's so many reasons why you should be able to get to the floor. I mean, if you're a grandparent, this is where your grandkids hang out. Your pets also enjoy it when you come down to their level.
Yeah. Not to mention that it really, really improves hip mobility and leg strength.
Yeah.
And really, it's beyond even comprehension how well it works.
It makes you so much stronger. The last thing you need is to fall over for some reason and not be able to get up because you don't have anything to pull you up, or you're just not strong enough.
Yeah.
Like getting down to the floor it's a biggie when it comes to remaining independent for as long as possible.
Yes, so do that.
Yeah, it's one of the big reasons we sit on the floor. It's not just because we're poor and we can't afford chairs. I think we've done all of them.
Yeah, I think... Oh no, hang on, there's one very important one. Well, it's not actually a move. I guess it is a move. A mindset shift. So mobility will give you independence. Change your mindset and think about that. Do you want independence? Then I need mobility.
Yeah, exactly. And don't fall into the habit of, oh, I'm 40 or 50 or 60, so now I'm old. No. There are so many people out there who are like 100 and still running track races. I mean, we were watching yesterday an ultra marathon thing, and the guy was 79 or something.
74.
Oh,
and
74.
It was a 250-mile trail race.
Yeah.
Crazy as. He finished it in time. He actually qualified.
So, no, you're not old. You know when you're old, when you're dead. Seriously, don't even use those words.
Never get old. Even when you're dead, you won't be old.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, no, you obviously don't have to run a 250-mile race or anything. So there are a lot of viewers that have written in on some of our mobility videos saying that they're sort of a bit older, in their 70s, they've started sitting on the floor. Number one, how much it's helped them in terms of getting up off the floor. And number two, that they enjoy their time with their grandchildren so much more and with their pets. So it's really such a blessing if you can just little by little start training yourself. I remember the one lady actually said she got herself a little footstool and started there. So she went from a chair to a footstool before getting all the way down to the floor. So that was a brilliant thing to do. Yeah.
So now that we've inundated you and bombarded you with info
and waffle, which we love doing,
until next time,
live simply,
stay mobile,
and age with intention.
Bye. Bye.
How many waves today? 38.
Tot ziens.
Totsiens julle.
week. Bye.
Bye. Brushing the dog, if he's tall enough.
I don't think he's going to. If we've got a giraffe, you can do that. Any standing
giraffe.
Can you imagine how much they eat?
But it's probably the size of our garden. Who's got a giraffe? Write in the comments below. What do you do with giraffes?
We're not going to get a permit for one. Our garden's too small.
Yeah.
I think we're waffling.
Yeah, we're waffling. Okay, on to the next. There are quite a few viewers that have written in about changing their lifestyle a little bit and sitting on the floor to be with their grandparents, and what a wonderful thing it has been for them.
Kids. Doesn't matter. Is it because you owled and you
It's
forgot
because
your
I'm
words?
owled. I only sit on the floor once a week, by the way.
Anyway,
No, it's
sorry,
not
you
true.
were saying.
Move your mind.